John was a pretty sharp, talented guy when I first met him, when he was an undergraduate.
I think John has a great sense of humor. He's competitive, he's bright. He's also a very generous and caring and compassionate person.
John's a big success in the world we live in for all the right reasons.
I was a history major as an undergraduate. My junior year, I was thinking, what am I going to do when I graduate? And I thought it was a good idea to get a minor in business. So I went over to the business school, and the first two classes I took were with a professor who was new at the time, named Travis Pritchett.
I recall him being smart, energetic, enthusiastic, just a fun student. I explored with him what he intended to do after graduation.
He asked me if I knew what an MBA was, which it did not. He explained it, told me he'd sponsor me if I'd take the right exams and follow the right instructions, and with his help I was admitted into the Moore School. My membership of the Sigma Nu fraternity meant a lot to me, and there I made lifetime friends. We still communicate.
John is one of the unsung heroes of the Moore Business School. He cares so much. He cares a lot about this university. A lot of it stems back from, who we met when we were here and what we learned.
John is among the more honorable men I've ever met in my life. Our partnership has depended on mutual trust and aid at times, and he's never failed, and I know he won't.
He builds friendships and he maintains those friendships. He stays in touch, which is a hard thing to do in this world we live in now and work in, particularly. And John's in a big-time position where he is, very, very successful, but he still takes time to reach out to his friends, and I think that's very unique.
John's perhaps highest accolade to the University of South Carolina in general is that when we started looking for a new associate a few years ago, the first place we went was the University of South Carolina Business School.
I think he wants and really shares a lot of his knowledge with younger people. He wants them to be successful. I think that I would love to have a son or daughter working for John, because I think he'd take care of them like they were his own child. And I think that's a value that a lot of us wish we had.
I saw years ago a picture of all the business professors that were there when I was in school in the 70s. And I thought, my goodness, there's Dr. Pritchett. And I finally, I think, was financially able to support and do something that he deserved. And so I went to the university and we endowed a scholarship in his name.
Most people, at least in my experience, had named scholarships for themselves or perhaps a relative. It seemed John was particularly generous and concerned about others in naming the scholarship for me. It also made me think about why I became a professor to start with. And John's just a perfect example of why I became a professor.
He's the epitome of a great alumnus, I think. That's what you want, and I think this award is so long overdue for him.
He's very pleased at the achievement of the school and the growing recognition of the Moore School as a great institution.
Without my education at the Moore School, my career would have never taken place or taken the path that it has. I've been familiar with the people who have won it in the past, and they're the highest quality, best students, best alumnus of the university, so to be included with them is quite an honor.